JB Bickerstaff talked a little bit about the problems that this team with Donovan Mitchell can present. Listen to JB Bickerstaff.
It doesn't change what we want to do and how we play. We live our lives every single day by trying to do two things. We want to be the most competitive team and the most selfless team. So he'll come in and he'll fit right away with that. As a coaching staff, we sit back and, we have all these grand ideas, and it just goes to another level when you think about, the dynamic offense that we can put on the floor and the threats that we have on the floor. Like, you think about these three guys that are sitting here in front of us, and if you're an opposing coach, what decision are you going to make? Who are you going to stay home on? Who are you going to leave? And then you throw in, Kevin Love popping on the perimeter, J.A. and Evan rolling, or now they get the ball in the pocket. So these guys can present some problems for people. But again, it's going to start about us being unselfish. But I told Donovan and I've told Darius and Karis this as well. It's like, you got to be the best version of yourself, right? Don't come in on your heels trying to figure it out. Like, we want all of you guys to be aggressive with the mindset that we're going to share the game and then make defenses have to make tough decisions.
Chris, I loved that last part of that. Don't try to fit into the system. We'll figure out how to use you best is basically what he's telling them.
Yeah, that's an important thing, too. And I think what JB was talking about is by the end of the season, because of the injuries that the Cavs had sustained, Jared Allen was down. Obviously, they lost Colin Sexton in November. Ricky Rubio tore his ACL in late December, and then he was traded to Indiana as part of that Karis LeVert deal. And LeVert wasn't 100%, and he wasn't himself. So by the end of the season, everything was on the shoulders of Darius Garland. Darius, create offense for others. Darius, create offense for yourself. And the entire NBA world knew what the Cavs were trying to do offensively. So Darius was a marked man for opposing defenses. Go back and look at the play-in tournament against Brooklyn, against Atlanta. Sometimes they were throwing multiple defenders against Darius because they were like, hey, nobody else out there is going to be able to beat us. Nobody else out there is going to be able to make plays for the Cavs. Nobody else out there is going to be somebody that we have to worry about in terms of putting together our opposing scouting report. Now, if you think about what they have on paper anyway, Donovan Mitchell is a guy who commands that same attention, Dave. The same kind of attention that Darius Garland commanded at the end of the season. Well, that doesn't work that way in the NBA. You can't put all of your eyes on Darius Garland and all of your eyes on Donovan Mitchell when both of them are on the court together. And Karis LeVert can take advantage of that as well, because not as much pressure is going to be on him, not as much expectation is going to be on him either. So Donovan's the kind of guy who makes everybody around him better by the attention that he commands from opposing defenses. And Darius commands that same attention. And it's a pick your poison type situation that defenses are going to have to face. And just by having those two guys on the court together, that's going to open up things for everybody else offensively.